Hi everybody, my name is Ben. Today I'm going to be showing you an old program that I worked on about 5 years ago. It was for an old assignment I did in high school back in my final year. It was for the IT subject that I did. So I'm going to click on play and let me show you what I came up with. So I call this software Crash Site 3D, and Crash Site 3D's goal is to take in a database or a data set that lists all the road accidents that happened in the Melbourne CBD between the years 2014 and 2019, and essentially plot them on this 3D model of the city here. So let me show you an example of this. I'm not going to full screen this simply because the last few times I recorded this, we ran into problems. So I'm just going to show you an example. So I'm going to tick off this total people filter to turn on the filter. And then what I'm going to do is hit apply filters and search. And you can see we've got all these numbers popping up. Okay, and these are all road accidents that occurred and where they occurred in. So you got one that occurred on this bridge here, right? So if I double click on this one, it's going to come up with this dialog window here, and this is going to give us all the statistics of that incident. So where this is being pulled from is this database here, right? So this is quite a big database right here. This has actually been filtered down because this actually contained all the road accidents that happened in Victoria, the state of Victoria. But I actually had to filter out most of these accidents to only show the CBD ones. It was just too much data to work with otherwise. So you can see here we've got lots of different things like total number of people, the number of drivers. We've got vehicle statistics as well, and we've also got injury statistics. So the number of people who were either injured or didn't make it. We have serious injuries, non-injuries, other injuries, etc., etc. So that's all good. Let's have a look at another one. How about we go over here? So I'm going to show you another one here, just a random one on the Balti Bridge here. So you can see this one involved about 5 people. 3 of them were drivers. I'm assuming the other 2 were passengers, and so on and so on. Okay, so that's basically it. That's what we can do with this program. We can take in a set of data and it can plot on the map using its geo coordinates, like what they say here, and plotting them on the map. Now, that's not the only thing you can do. You can also add your own road incidents as well. So there's a couple of tools here that I want to bring your attention to. So we've got the go to location tool. So that's the tool I've been using this whole time. It's the default one. It just lets you click around the map and look at different places and what have you. I can also do the same in the map here. So if we click on view full map, we now get a bird's eye view of the entire CBD and a little bit of the areas around it. And what I can do is I can zoom in. I can zoom into different buildings. I can zoom into different places. I think I'll zoom into the MCG, which is down here. And I can just click on somewhere and it'll take me there. A bit like Google Maps. So that's the map. I can use that. Now I've also got the plot new record tool. So this lets me add new records to the database. So what I'm going to do is just click somewhere, right click, and you can see we've got this new dialog box pop up. It's very similar to the one we just had, only that I can add different records in like this. I'm just clicking random buttons here. It doesn't really make sense what I'm doing, but yeah, so this is what you can do with it. So once I'm happy with the record, I can simply hit save, and you can see we've now got our record there. So now let's give it another go. I'm going to show you guys another one, how to add another one. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to add another record. Now this one, I'm going to set this to 2024, the year 2024. Now This is currently the 6th accident because I have had to re-record this a few times, and the few times that I recorded this, I created new accidents, just like this one. Not actual accidents, incident records. So, yes. So, you can see that once I set this to 2024, you can see that the accident number actually changed. And that's because the accident number reflects the year that it took place and the nth accident that occurred. So this would be the 6th one, according to the software, in 2024. So I'm just going to set some random values here, like that. And then I'm going to hit save. Now what I want to show you is what happens if I want to change something. Well, you can definitely do that. So if I double click on this, you can see we get that same pop-up as before, only that we don't have the buttons anymore. So if we want to bring the buttons back, we just hit edit record, and then what we can do is we can change whatever we like. So you can see I actually forgot to set the total number of people. So, well, let's have a look at this. So it seems like I've put 2 drivers here, 3 of them are young drivers. That doesn't even make sense. That must have been, I have no idea. Let's just put 5 for the sake of it. All right, so let's say I put 5 there and hit save, right? Double click into it, and you can see we've now got 5. Now, maybe I want to change the location of where this took place. Well, I can definitely do that. What I can do is hit set new coordinates, okay? And I can set this to whatever location I like. So I can go, I can't move the camera too far. I want to go all the way over there, but I think what I'm going to have to do is click on view full map, and it now takes us back to the map. And I wanted to put it somewhere over here. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drag my camera over here, and I'll put it over here. So if I right click this, you can see we now have the accident there. And all we got to do now is click save. So now you can see we have that new accident over here. Now I think the accident number changed numbers a bit. It's now the 8th accident. This must have been a bug that I overlooked before I submitted my assignment, but I'd say that's a pretty minor one in the case of this assignment anyway. Yeah, so before I wrap this video up, I also just want to point out some limitations that this program has that I couldn't address. For instance, it has a very severe performance problem if too many search results come up at once. So over here we've got about 3,000 search results, and you can see that there's a lot going on here on the screen, and it's really laggy at the moment. Now I've done something to mitigate this by sort of, I guess, culling different results that are too far away. So all the search results at the top left corner here, I can't see them, but if I move over there, you can see they quickly appear. So that was done to mitigate the lag, and I'll explain why it's this way in a second. But if we go to the full map, unfortunately, yeah, it's game over for performance. It is very, very laggy. So the reason it's this way is because I decided to go with like entirely blueprint based, and any Unreal Engine developer will tell you that blueprints, they aren't the fastest thing in the world. They aren't too performant. And if you plan on doing anything complex like this, it's best to use C++, which is what I could have done to begin with, but at the time I didn't know C++ or how to use it with Unreal Engine, and I thought it would have been a little bit too hard to learn whilst trying to do this as an assignment. This had a due date after all, so I had to get it done at some point. So yeah, but that's definitely something I would definitely improve this program, is just rewriting a lot of that underlying code in C++ and compiling it that way. At the end of this assignment, I managed to get an A as a result for the assignment. Just a little side note there. So I was quite happy with how this turned out, and I think I ended up getting an A for the whole subject, which is really good too. So I'm going to wrap this video up now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful or fascinating, and stay tuned for more content. Thank you all for watching, and bye for now.